Thank you to all of our sponsors for making our Computex 2023 coverage possible. So here we are at Computex 2023 and we're here with Sapphire. Adrian, I'm pretty sure everyone knows who you are by this point, right?
Well, I'd like to hope so.
And instead of going around looking at products, we all know what Sapphire products are all about. We all know how great they are, synonymous. As soon as you think about AMD, you think about Sapphire. So I've got some quick fire questions. I've kind of briefed him a little bit on most of them, but yeah.
We'll see.
So we're going to see how it goes. So, like I said, AMD, when it comes to them, everyone thinks Sapphire, right? They think about the branding and how long you've worked with them. So I guess the key thing is, what's your favourite colour?
Green.
Really?
That's true, yeah. Red, of course.
Of course. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, no, let's move on. Next one. We've spoke about this before. Now, when it comes to the Pulse range, generally they're aimed at hitting that price point and having a really, really solid product. Now, I've always said that I don't like the idea of kind of being dictated to when it comes to a colour scheme for a PC. And obviously the Pulse does have red on it, right?
Yep.
Which I get, it's AMD, it's Sapphire, red is the colour. Is there any possibility of maybe bringing out a limited edition stealth kind of version, all black or just like an off black, maybe grey, something like that, just to appeal to a bigger market?
I think we need to think a little bit bigger picture than that, because the problem you have is lots of people everybody has their own choice of colour. Everybody's an individual. So some people like green, red, pink, yellow. It's not us to make that decision. What we do is listen to our customer base, people like your readers or your viewers, shall I say, as YouTube, and sort of ask them what they want. So we never say never. Yep. The key for us is listening to the community and letting us help us decide on the products. We do that with the features, we do that with the specs, obviously feature specs, and also the aesthetics. But aesthetics, again, can be tricky. When you're dealing with a global market, somebody doesn't like something somewhere, or somebody likes something somewhere. Yep. Where's the in-between point?
No, I get that. No, that makes perfectly good sense. It's just, I guess for me, I would like to see something that, blends in more, if that makes sense.
Look, I think, like the DIY market's huge for us, and we understand that. But then on the other side of that, you get a lot of people that put their PC under their desk.
Yep. So
you're not even looking at it. So, the glass cases, the glass sort of visibility into that computer, with RGB lighting and all those sort of things, again, they can choose that part of it, and that could probably override that red that you see in there. But again, we're open to everything. Yeah. It's a company that listens to the community and then feeds back that into the product or into the R&D, to the development, and then, like I said, never say never.
Yeah. I guess that's why you do have other products like the Nitro Plus range, which does give you RGB, gives you that sort of
Look, the positioning's simple for us. If you want foot to the floor performance, Sapphire Nitro Plus. Yep. If you want something that's affordable with all the features, but sort of at a better approachable price for people, go for a Pulse. Yep. But I'd expect everybody to use the Pulse first and then go, hey, I need to upgrade.
Yep. What if you want something else? I don't know, like Toxic?
Well, Toxic's one. Toxic and Atomic are my favourites, and again, that's also a choice. Some people don't want to see those bright, colours. Yeah. So again, trying to address the whole market is very difficult, but we do try and address the most of the market. But like I said, if you've got interest in changing the colours, maybe you feed that back through our social media or through yourself, Andy, and say, hey, if there's a huge demand, if you can tell me 10,000 people want sort of yellow in their box, I'll make yellow.
Yep. I guess it's one of them as well. You don't want to muddy the stack too much by having too many different products, too much choice, because then people just kind of get a little bit fed up and maybe then go and buy from someone else, right?
Look, I think all companies struggle. I mean, it's being an individual, we're all individuals, so everybody has a choice. I think that's where the RGB comes in. They do play with that to make sure that their machine can be whatever colour it wants to be. But on the other side of that, in a manufacturing, you can't just sort of make, okay, I know one person wants that and 99 want that. What are you built for? The 99.
Yeah. So talking about struggling, obviously we have seen recently the likes of EVGA exiting the VGA market. What's your kind of thoughts? I mean, have Sapphire ever been in a situation similar to that, or I'm guessing not?
No. I mean, look, we've been around a long time, and we're around for a lot longer. I think what we see inside the market is like a condensing, or like the quality of products needs to be across the board. In the old days, you could have a range from a low end all the way to a high end as a manufacturer. I think in this industry now, people fly towards quality, and Sapphire's AMD's #1 partner for a reason. So that's number one. Number two, We're a single source partner for a reason, because loyalty is incredibly important for us. We look for loyalty in our customer base, we look for loyalty in our staff, and that's through the whole ethos of the company. I look at in the company, and most people have been in the organisation 19 years plus. We don't lose people. So if we don't lose people and we're loyal, why would we jump around?
Yeah, no, I get that.
That's sort of...
Yeah, so sort of moving on from that a little bit, I know, especially on the NVIDIA side, NVIDIA are trying to push Founders Edition so much more, which does make it hard for AIBs. Is it the same on the AMD side? How does it sort of work with margins and things like that?
So for me, MBA boards are like quite a sort of necessary evil. Yep. If you're a system integrator, what you want to be able to do is build with a consistent form factor, shape, size. Yep. Okay, so what MBA was really brought out for originally was for SI, and you set this parameter, these are the parameters, and then we build a little bit inside that. So the pulse range has sort of morphed a little bit towards that, where we still put better features, better quality products than the MBA. Yep. And then on top of that, you can check that with the temperatures, the cooling. So we look at a form factor to begin with, because an SI will say, I want this type of product, and that's where MBA originally came from. They still sell direct, but it's not a competition for us.
No, I mean, we've done that in our own testing. We can see clearly between a Pulse and an MBA card, which are priced the same, really aggressive on the Pulse, considering what you actually get for your money. And generally speaking, like when it comes to memory temperatures, we see they are 10 to 15 degrees lower. I mean, the proof is in the pudding, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so now that the market is getting back to normal, I mean, we're here at Computex for the first time in 4 years.
Very true.
Very, very long time. Now that COVID's over, how do you see the market being? I mean, just seeing the people that are here at Computex, it clearly shows, right? The industry needed this event, and things are now getting back to normal, right?
I think maybe so much the normal is it's a new normal.
What is normal?
Let's call it the new normal. And from my point of view, it's very easy. We see a demand back. Seasonality's come back in, bizarrely enough. I never thought that would be, I'd say we have seasonality. But people, I think, have had enough of the big C stuff that's gone away. Let's call it that's gone. There's people are back travelling. I'm sure you noticed on the flights, they're all full.
Oh, yeah.
So everybody wants holidays. They want a sort of bit of town time. I think in Europe especially, you're going to see people going out and getting sunshine. We're going to see a whole lot of burnt Brits on the beach. Burnt Brits on the beach, all pink and yellow and with their nice handkerchiefs on their hats.
Yeah, I'm going to Egypt in 3 weeks' time, and I've looked at the temperature, 28 during the night, 38 during the day, and it's just the sun is there. It's a bit different to Taiwan, where it's just humid as hell and different.
But I think what we're seeing now is that, people are worried about inflation, and that's just reality. We were talking earlier. If prices are going up, food's going up, people want more salary, they want more money to spend. But people are still passionate about computers. And also what I see is, and we talk about this a lot internally, people start with a phone. Most people, the first thing they do, phone, tablet, maybe a Nintendo, and then they move to either console, then they go to a PC. There's a reason. That's why we both have good business, because the reality is your viewers are not looking at a console, they're looking at an upgrade path. And once they start into that first PC, they get excited and they see there's an upgrade. So for me, it's really easy. There is a sort of supposedly, I'd call it a flat period. And I've been in this game a long time. Not saying I'm old, but the reality is I've seen a lot of, I'm not old. He's not my son. We don't look alike. But anyway, I see a situation where going forward, we're going to have a really, it's going to be there's a quiet period, which is really, I say this a little tongue-in-cheek, great for consumers. Because now you can buy products at a good price. We've gone away from those crazy, mining days where everybody took whatever product. I'm really happy we're going back to, I'd say, normal, the new normal.
The new normal.
Yeah.
I completely agree. And we were saying off camera, the price of everything has gone up, and it goes full circle. When the prices of things go up, people demand extra wages. Then when you got extra wages, the price of everything goes up. It just keeps going round and round and round. So, whatever a new normal is, it is nice to get back to that. So I guess the last one really, stemming off from that, is what's next for Sapphire? Because over the years we've seen CPU coolers from you. They came, they went. Motherboards.
Well,
there's just different markets and things like that. Like we've got a motherboard behind us, which I know you do a lot of stuff in China that maybe you don't do. Power supplies that you don't do, say, in the Western world. I guess it's one of them of trying to read the market again, getting feedback from people, and if they want to see these types of products from you, right?
It's a big call. I'll say this is probably how I see it. It's a very busy market in all types of components. There's also a lot of businesses that are sort of pulling together. You're seeing a lot of companies buying other companies, etc. What we're seeing is a flight to quality would be my suggestion. So our bread and butter business is graphics. That's in our sort of like our DNA, I'd say. So we'll keep doing really good products. You'll see Toxic come out. Sometimes you may even see an Atomic come out. You know, those are products going forward that we've got to concentrate on. So I see in our industry is just we're going to keep doing the things we're good at, and then we'll look at other products as we go along. Trying to compete in some of these markets, like especially case markets or power supply. People have got so much choice now, and with e-tail, you can go online and all they do is they go, where am I going to buy? So for Sapphire, I think the brand's quality, the brand's strength, says it all. Stay with our DNA and then find products that fit inside that sort of ecosystem. We'll be doing other products going forward, but we are very careful now because consumers, because of this maybe this inflationary thing, they're all looking for a cheap deal or whatever it might be. We don't do cheap. We do quality. Quality costs money. And that's how it works. I'd say if you want to go and buy like a nice cheap product, go and see some of the competitors. It's not how we roll.
No, and I mean that's clear to see when we do our reviews, and we can tell even on the likes of the Pulse range, which does hit that MSRP price point, it's still a very, very solid, quality, well-built product.
Exactly. So I mean, going forward, we rely on people like your site. We look at the people that we're working with. We love feedback. We love feedback from the people that watch your videos. We love feedback from everybody because as a company, we're dynamic. We can listen to what's going on. We think inside what people need, but we don't live in a little sort of closet. We don't live in our own echo chamber. And what I feel now is lots of people, they sort of think they should be going this direction. We listen to our community. The community is critical for us.
No, I completely agree, and that's it seems to be a bit of a trend that we're seeing here at Computex with companies actually taking on feedback. It's so refreshing to see now and actually developing their products based on the feedback that they get and making better products. It's just such a nice thing.
It's a circle. For me, it's very simple. I can't talk to 50,000 people or 100,000 people. You can. And they listen to you and they respect what you're saying. So for me, you're part of my business. Because if I'm not listening to you, then I'm stupid. And I'm not stupid, I don't think so. So sometimes some people say that I am. But no, I think it's real critical. We're part of an ecosystem that needs to evolve. And I'm really happy, like social media and all these different medias that are coming along. Social media can be destructive, but it can be very valuable. It's an instant feedback loop, and especially for me, I'll get people that have a complaint or they have a suggestion. Sometimes we'll take that suggestion and we'll bring it inside and we'll say, hey, that makes sense. So as a company, we're very open to new innovation. If you know and you see something that we're not doing, call out, and then we can get better. Because the only thing I see in life is life is a constant change, and getting better is about taking sort of advice from everybody.
No, I completely agree, and that's going to wrap this one up. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
It's been great, and we'll have a lot more Computex coverage. Computex 2023. It feels weird saying that 4 years later on, but here we are. So make sure you're subscribed for a lot more content, and I'll see you in the next one. See you later, guys.
Thanks very much.
Bye-bye. Cheers.